Hey guys, it's Evan the Cat King here with another video. Today is another Who Would Win book video. Today, who would win, Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus? This is after the most recent vote back on Ultimate Lizard Rumble. I don't think Allosaurus and Stegosaurus actually won anymore. When I started making it and it was like ahead, I'm pretty sure. I think it was ahead of the new winner, which is Ultimate Bear Rumble, I think has taken the lead as like the new front runner, and I already made the decision that I'm just gonna make both of them because they both got quite a few votes. And I started working on Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus first, so I thought I'd finish it, and also I thought having Ultimate Bear Rumble come out second would make sense because the one that comes out second ends up being the one with the next vote. And Ultimate Bear Rumble, I will say, is probably going to do better than Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus. Nothing against Allosaurus and Stegosaurus. I'm really excited to finally actually do a Dinosaur Rumble. I've struggled with doing Dinosaur Rumbles in the past. I don't know. Sometimes I just can't find as much interest in doing, like, specifically one-on-ones with prehistoric animals, just because, like, coming up with, like, all the facts and stuff to put in the book isn't as fun when it's stuff that isn't actually, like, alive anymore, and it's stuff that's, like, I don't really know, we don't know as much about Allosaurus and Stegosaurus as we do about other animals that are alive. But either way, so, and it's just, Ultimate Rumbles do better. That's just straight up. Ultimate Rumbles always do better than the 1v1s, except for if the Ultimate Rumble is just, I guess, not as good of an... Actually, the Ultimate Rumbles always do better. But anyways, so that's when we'll do the next vote. This one won't have a vote attached to it. Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus is just going to be on its own. But yeah, here we are. Who would win, Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus? Let's get into it. What would happen if we went back 150 million years and witnessed a battle between an Allosaurus and Stegosaurus? Who do you think would win? I love how you can tell that I made the cover before I made, like, the front page before I really started making the rest of the book, because the Stegosaurus just looks a bit different. I decided to go with a different drawing for the Stegosaurus throughout the rest of the book in comparison to the cover. Meet Allosaurus. Our first competitor is the Allosaurus. These predators lived during the Jurassic period and lived 163.5 to 89.3 million years ago. That may have actually put them into a bit of the Cretaceous period, maybe. I don't know. Its opponent is the Stegosaurus, which is another dinosaur from the Jurassic period. It lived 155 to 150 million years ago. These two dinosaurs are very much considered, like, rivals. They're considered to be, like, a bit of a dinosaur rivalry. There's the dinosaur rivalry, stuff like T-Rex versus Triceratops. That's kind of the only one I can think of right now. But that's like the only one that's more popular than Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus. So Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus is here. Weight and length. The Allosaurus stood at a height of 10 feet and a length of 28 feet. Length and height. The Stegosaurus was 21 feet in length and 10 feet tall. There you go. Weight. The Allosaurus would have weighed in at 3,100 to 4,400 pounds. Mass. Stegosauruses have a mass of 14,000 pounds. Stegosauruses were chunky boys. Speed. Allosaurus ran at a speed of 19 to 34 miles per hour. Pretty slow. The Stegosaurus isn't that fast, as it ran at 9.5 to 11 miles per hour. They were more of a fight their predators rather than run away from them. Weapons. The Allosaurus's weapons are its jaws and claws. It had a bite force of about 2,110 pounds per square inch. That's the one that I found. I think I've also seen, like, smaller ones. I know that Allosaurus is a interesting dinosaur. It actually apparently didn't really have the strongest of bite forces. It didn't because it didn't bite normally. It wouldn't just like bite down on things similar to like a T-Rex. It would actually use its head as like a bit like I've heard people like compare it to like swinging its head like a battle axe, or it would like swing its head down and then like bite, and that would be where most of its force came from. I think it's kind of similar to great white sharks today, in that great white sharks don't technically have the best bite force, like just straight up biting stuff. They don't actually have that strong of a bite. But when it comes to let me just adjust the camera. When it comes to but their main force comes from them like ramming into things and biting at the same time, making them very much stronger. I think it's kind of similar to that. In its mouth, it had 32 sharp serrated teeth that helped it like make stuff more bleed. Each tooth would be 3 inches in length. Weapons, other weapons, Stegosaurus weapons. The Stegosaurus's weapons are its tail and back plates. Stegosaurs had 4 large spikes on their tail that grow to be 3 feet in length. I can't entirely remember what their like tail was like called. I know it had like a name. It's like a really badass name for its tail, but I can't exactly remember it. The Stegosaurus back plates are used as defense, as well as it's used for intimidation as well. I think they could transfer blood to it to make itself look like bigger and scarier and stuff. So yeah, the back plates were also very useful. Prey, Allosaurus would mainly prey on stegosaurids and sauropods. Predators, Stegosaurus wouldn't deal with many predators, but some larger theropods would still pose a threat to them. All right, we're on to the fight. Again, I can't really get as much facts for dinosaur fights. I'm sorry. I'd love to do more facts about them, but I can't really do as much because they're extinct. I don't know as much about them. Now we travel back 150 million years to witness the battle. The Allosaurus is on the prowl looking for a meal, and it sees a Stegosaurus in the distance. The Allosaurus charges down at the Stegosaurus. The fight is now starting. The Allosaurus goes for a bite on the Stegosaur's neck. The Stegosaur doesn't get hurt as its back plates protect it. The Stegosaurus pushes the Allosaurus away from it after the attack. The Stegosaurus is now angered and ready to fight the Allosaurus. These two rivals are now all in on fighting to the death. Turns out to be the Allosaur's death. It charges and gets a face full of Stegosaurus tail. This ends the fight and leaves the Stego as the winner. Stegosaurus wins. Woo! Who had the advantage? Length, Allosaurus. Height, it was a tie. Weight, Stegosaur. Speed, Allosaur. Weapons, kind of up in the air. I feel like ultimately I'd give weapons to Stegosaur. Ultimately, I think that this I give Stegosaurus the win on this one. This one definitely I think could go either way. I think this is a very much a... There's some fights out there when it comes to these Who Would Win books that I think are genuinely like 50-50s. And this is like kind of one of them. This one could very well go either way. But I think that in this scenario, Stegosaurus does win, and I think that Stegosaurus would win in more occasions. The fact that in a 1v1, I think Stegosaurus wins. Allosaurus would like prey on Stegosaurus sometimes, but that would be mainly if they were like working in duo, like kind of in like a pack type situation. Allosaurus would like be, I don't know if they'd be in like full-blown packs, but they wouldn't really hunt alone as much. That's how they killed like sauropods and stegosaurids. In a 1v1, I'm pretty sure Stegosaurus does come out on top. Of course, this is a case where we have no clue because they're both extinct. But either way, I think this is in fact the first ever 1v1 prehistoric who would win book I've ever made. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, I think yeah, like, I know that this one is a very popular one, and I knew eventually I would definitely make it, and at one point I was planning on making it. Things got in the way, but either way, here it is. Who would win, Allosaurus versus Stegosaurus? Leave a like, subscribe. There won't be a vote on this video because Ultimate Bear Rumble is going to be coming out, as it actually was the one that ended up ending up winning the vote last one. But and that's where the next vote will be. But I still wanted to make this one. It got quite a few votes, and I mean I've seen this one brought up more on other occasions as well. So either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.